with LT and Black and Tam and Jason Goin. Wanted to congratulate you on your win with the LT. Lawrence Tam had a contest of how many. What was it? He set up like an affiliate page, and then you signed up for it, and then you sent people to that page to
Yeah,
send. And the contest was to send more people to that page, that
yeah,
same page, and that
yes.
page, the most purpose that did the most, got most opt-ins, I guess, but got the most emails, the most people to go there based on your link that you sent there, won a bamboo laptop,
Bamboo tablet.
which you happen to bamboo tablet,
What
which
it
you
does,
won.
and what it does actually, it's a writing tablet. So you hook it to your computer, and you draw on it, and it's pretty cool because you can teach by drawing out like Lawrence does. He draws little sticks.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, now it's clicking in.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So
it's the
it,
whole pad that he uses all the time. It's a whole lot easier to. It's a whiteboard that he can plug in his computer and he can show on the screen
yeah,
right on. Because yeah, he was using that left and right. Because
yeah,
it's really tough to use the mouse as a pencil.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
takes him.
yeah. And he was like, when he was an engineer, he was like, yeah, I used to do PowerPoint, and I was doing PowerPoints just probably about 2 months ago to create one, and then do a screen share of the PowerPoint. So I'd have a PowerPoint, and then I'd have my head next to it speaking about what I show in the PowerPoint slides, and that would take me like 4 hours, 2 to 4 hours to create. And then it was like, man, this is just, I'm wasting too much time. And then Lawrence come up with this. I wonder how he did it. And this is going to be so much easier because it's just so much easier just to draw stick figures and simple drawings, and people really connect with you when you're just out there doing it like that instead of a PowerPoint. Anyway, I believe.
Yeah, what I'm doing, and this is a little trick for those people who don't win a contest that thousands of people are competing in. I'm sure there were
Right.
not a lot of competition for that. And we'll cover what LT got for it in a little bit, but what I use is actually just Microsoft Word. And
Sure.
Microsoft Word, whenever I gotta say some words or whatever, I just bring it up to like a 30 size 32, big old size, and just share the screen, which
Yeah.
I can do with Camtasia, which is really cool, and of
Yeah.
course
You
now you can
bet.
do it with Google Hangout. So that's a way to kind of cheat there, and I can't say as I really like my handwriting sucks. My handwriting sucks. So I can write circles and lines and stuff, but I can. There's a whiteboard you can do with that too, and if you get, like you said, really good at PowerPoint, you can like input circles and lines and all
Oh
that
yeah.
as you're talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I use PowerPoint a lot to make graphics and stuff, but now I have some Super Ninja tools, bonus tools that I just got the other day, and I haven't even had a chance to go through. So I mean, it's gonna get crazier and crazier for me here.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the training videos that you're going to make on how to use the bamboo, because that'll be something everybody's going to reference from here on out on yours and my team.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You bet, man. You bet. I got it sitting here. I had technical difficulties, not with this, but with my computer today. So I didn't even get to upload the software yet, but I'm working on that tonight, and I'm just going to sit and play with it and put out a really good training video so
And
that
that
everybody will be able to use.
you can do that with the bamboo now, and yeah, and while. By the way, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of cool because when you won the bamboo, you actually got notoriety from Lawrence Tam himself
Yes.
on Facebook through emails, probably. It had a direct link to your ID. You probably got a bunch of friends requests from that, I'm guessing, which were people, affiliated, wanted to be affiliated with Lawrence Tam on how you did it. Which I'm going to ask you right now, and you said you don't have a problem saying so, which is pretty cool. But you also got called out on his Hangout that he was having, broadcasting to over 1,000 people. You got pulled out with, this is JC Goin, and this is the guy who won the contest. Congratulations. And he used your name a couple times, so you got a lot of notoriety. So I wanted to say that was thousands of dollars worth of promoting and advertising and branding that you couldn't pay LT for. He cost too much. He did it for you. And he did it for you. He was getting like 100 leads.
Right, you bet. I mean, he has like the max friends, and then he has like 7,000 followers just on one page. He has 2 pages. And the neat thing about that is
his email list.
Yeah, his email list, and then that is still on a coded capture page. He does all these trainings on a coded capture page. So now I can take that page, put my user ID on it, and I can still use it all week until we have another training with me on there, leveraging me winning the bamboo tablet all week long. I can send it out everywhere. So that's just cool. I mean,
Dublin touch base. Also, I'm glad I'm doing this interview with you because I'm absolutely going to cut out a clip of this with a clip of that and throw it in a promo video. So I can utilize your name and stuff on there. But man, straight to it. How did you do it? Because basically you just sent leads to a page, and
what was the Actually, straight up, how I did it was, first of all, I read the contest rules, and basically it says you use one email. You only use one email of your own, but then you go back, and I just looked at it. It said you could add friends, said you could add email addresses, and groups that you're in. Okay. So that's what I did. I just did what it said, So I had all my friends, my groups. I didn't add all my groups. I didn't go I didn't go to like syndication groups or nothing. I didn't go crazy. I went with groups that people that I knew. I didn't like spam. And then I have a lot of contacts in my Yahoo, my Gmail that I've met over the while. And I just sent it out to them people. So it was a lot of people that I knew. And my thinking was, hey, we live in abundance, right?
Right.
If I don't have that person signed up, let Lawrence Tam sign them up. I mean, I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally cool with that because he has provided so much value and training to me. I'm trying to get him pass-ups because what he's given me, not only with the Inner Power Intensive, the bamboo tablet, the training, it has totally changed my life. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I can give him, 200, 300, whatever, how many leads I gave him. I don't even remember. I just all I know is I kept adding leads, and it's like, now you have 10 more entries. All right, I got 10 more entries. Okay, I'm going to add some more people. Okay, now you're at 71 confirmed entries. Okay, now you can add, you got 10 more, so I'm at 96. And then it wouldn't refresh, and then it was the last day, and I put some more of my friends' contacts in there and stuff, and bam.
I'm equating this to a lottery ticket, because when like your boss, for instance, when I worked at a job right this one time, and I was kicking ass, taking names. I made this dude a lot of money, man, and I was getting paid like this really crappy wage. So out of the generosity of his heart, he got me 5 lottery tickets. It was like, man, the lottery's up to like 40 million and stuff. It was like, man, and this was in Vegas, so he had to travel to California to get it. Turns out I found out later that his wife was visiting California, picked him up like 50 tickets, and he gave 5 to me. But, just as a bonus.
Sure.
And I'm thinking what a really cheap ass mother son of a freaking, he spent like, $2 or something on each one. So it was like $10.
Yeah.
It was like $10. But then, and I guess that's what I'm equating to your emails, I guess, is you don't know what they're worth until you crack them open and you hit a gem. Because I'm like, what if I hit 40 million on this? How pissed are you going to be? Because I'm going to quit. Is the first thing I'm going to do. But whereas when you're giving it to, you're working the other way around. It's kind of like, hey, boss, thanks for teaching me everything I learned, because you are a student of LD, which is great. It's like, thank you for teaching me everything that I've learned. don't have enough money to pay you for everything that I know now, the skills, the knowledge, the capabilities that I have because of you. Look, here's 100 lottery tickets, man, and I hope you hit one of them. I really,
Right.
that's the way I'm acquainted. Does that sound accurate?
Right. Yeah. I mean, because I mean, I am a student of his, and we all learn. You learn modeling. That's what Lawrence Tam teaches and David Wood teaches. You model after that person that you're under. Your upline or your higher upline that's really kicking it. And I believe what goes around comes around, and meaning that, hey,
It's coming back.
yeah, it's coming back. We're abundant. Have the abundance mindset. I didn't always have that, when I first started, but now I totally believe it, and it is coming back. And just the exposure that I've had more exposure with Lawrence Tam on his wall for getting commissions, and now he has a newsletter and everything. And I mean, it's crazy. But I just, if you let me ramble for just a few minutes, I just want to back up.
Sure.
And the whole, as far as Empower Network, if I would have never made the decision to get in, if I would have never made the decision to get all in, if I would have never became LT's master student, if I would have never opened the email for the webinar for the Power Intensive and went to the Power Intensive, so that's why it's so important to open them emails from your business mentor, from your upline, because I don't even call him an upline. He's just my business mentor friend, because you never know when you're going to be given that opportunity, and opportunities lead to more opportunities. I mean, with that Power Intensive, now I'm going down to Houston in a couple weeks, and a private workshop with Lawrence Tam, and it's a limited amount of people, and he was going to charge quite a bit of dollars for it. I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling everybody, but I'm going to be learning him for free again, and the tools that I'm going to learn, I'm just going to take it away, and when I get back, and run with it like there's no tomorrow.
No, man, you're getting. I don't think LT has a problem with you telling anybody anything what he's doing and you're doing, except, of course, when you do go to that special private training, that's probably just for you.
Right.
And your team. But no, I don't think he has a problem with that, because he, as he likes to say, in several often, he has a vested interest in having you do well. Because if you do well, you're going to do the same thing that he's doing, offer up a free bamboo, right?
You bet. Oh, you bet. Yeah. I already have some. I'm building my fan page. By the way, I just built a new fan page, and
you know the name of it?
Yeah, it's Jason Goin. I have my regular fan page is Jason K. Goin, my personal page, but my fan page is Jason Goin. And I just keep it simple like Lawrence does, and so if you're watching this video, go there and subscribe, because I am going to provide value. I mean, this is game time. I got my game hat on. My son just gave me Green Bay Packers hat the other day.
Man, that's just not right. We don't play that way. Okay, now we can play.
There we go.
Now we got game hats on.
There we go. Awesome. I like it.
And we're still friends. Go figure.
Oh yeah.
And one of my favorite bars actually in Dallas was a Packers bar. It was a bowling alley, and I didn't know it, but they were playing a game. I just moved into town. I was looking for somewhere the game was playing. The Cowboys happened to be playing the Packers, and I saw a Packers banner on this bowling alley. So I went in there. It turned out to be I met some of my best friends there, man. It was the whole time I lived in Dallas. It was very, very cool. Just a bowling alley with a bunch of guys, and girls and people, just sitting around this open. The bar was huge, man.
Yeah, you bet.
We were just sitting there, and the hilarious part was just like me and maybe one there's one girl I think that were Dallas fans, but there was about 20, 30 others that were Packers. So whenever the Dallas would go good, we'd be like, whoa, we get stuff, hot dog buns thrown at us. Everybody knew who the hell I was, because I was jumping up. And I was going to say that that's one of the things that you've done. I mean, you're starting to hit a level of success that you've been working towards, man. And I was just made a video the other day of how, after, trudging and trudging and trudging and trudging, and everything just seems to kind of start falling in place. It's things, you start seeing things happening that you've been told were going to happen, but you're like, I just don't know. But then they start happening. You're reading the books, you're listening to the audios, and the other day I was watching part of the video I made was I was watching. I just flipped on the TV, which I rarely do, and The Hero was on, which is this new thing with The Rock. You heard about it?
No, I don't watch much TV.
Yeah, I don't watch much either. That's what I was saying. I flipped it on, and he's talking about, he's like, man, you failed. It's a real reality show. He's like, man, you failed in the competition today, but if you kept succeeding, you wouldn't learn anything, right? You got to fall on your ass sometimes in order to be able to get back up, and that's how you build character. I was like, damn, that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm listening to every day. It's a trip. Whereas in your case, you've been going through a steady aspect. I'd like to talk about RCC for a bit, but correct me if I'm wrong, the two benefits that you had is, number one, your wife. She's been supporting you. She's been doing a lot of things to help you in the background. You guys are working as a team. And LT. Those are your top two benefits. Is that correct?
Yes,
yes. Of course, your drive. I'm not downplaying anything you didn't have, because none of it would have been true if you hadn't put that effort forth and had that determination.
Right, you bet. I mean, my wife's been a big support, always been a big support. I need to give her a shout out. We do have another company, MLM company. I'm just not naming. I'm just not gonna shout it out right now. I'm proud of it. But my wife, she worked while she was pregnant, and I was on active duty. She worked it part-time, and her biggest year was 60 or 65,000 with it. I got a check right over here in the back, and so I told her, when I come off active duty, I'm like, honey, I don't want to steal your MLM company. I don't want to run with it because you've built it, but I need to provide. I need to provide. That's just my nature. I'm going to provide for us. So she let me run with Empower Network, and she had to put her MLM business on the side. We're using what we learned with Empower Network, and we're automating it.
There you go.
And it's coming back up, because it's no joke. We still got a residual from it, and so she's been a big blessing in my life. And LT, the reason I'm glad that I got under LT was because he doesn't baby you. He doesn't call you every day and say, are you doing your stuff? And he shouldn't have to. And by him, being that type of leader, because he has so many people under him, I learned stuff on my own or from him with the valuable emails that he sent. Actually, I have a whole folder on my Yahoo account and my Gmail account, and I can show you that I kept just about every one of his emails. And back then, I need to go back through them, because back when I first started Empower, I probably didn't know half of what I was doing. But now I'm like getting the mindset, and it's like, oh yeah, now I'm just stuff's just rolling. And so
the copywriting.
Yeah, the copywriting by him. Yeah, and by him not babying me, and holding my hand and saying, because to get on his Hangouts, you have to do his homework. And if you don't do his homework before you get, he'll shoot a link out 15 minutes before the Hangout on this coded page that I'm talking about that he has.
Right.
It's first come, first serve. But if he puts some homework out before, like a couple days prior, and you don't do it, you're not getting on it. And that's awesome, because you're not hungry enough, you don't want it bad enough, and this is your future, this is your business, and that keeps you from getting complacent.
I can see that.
You know.
And let me ask you this: I've been having an issue. Maybe you can help me out a little bit. I'm kind of curious. The Empower Hour is one of the core commitments, and yes, we are pro Empower Network because it's best pay plan, best company, best people, like Jason, for instance. But the Empower Hour goes on Monday, and I'm kind of tossed. Should I send an email notification like way early, like 8 o'clock in the morning, to make sure everybody gets it before they go off to work, so they can be sure to get home on time to listen to it? Or should I send it like an hour or before, just kind of like, hey, this is going on now?
Both.
Three things. Yeah, both, of course. But I mean,
well, you can. Yeah, I do. I send one. Yeah, I schedule them in my autoresponder. I didn't do that at first.
Well, I also send one right during, right like 5 minutes before it starts, and then I send one out during. So that would technically be like 4 emails to tell them to get onto a call. That if it's long distance and they're international, it's like this. Why is he selling me so freaking many emails? So I want to maximize my emails before they get unsubscribed. So I'm thinking early morning, give them plenty of time, or right before.
It's with me, it's just a test. I actually do it. I actually do it probably 3-4 hours before, and then I set up in my autoresponder the day before. I set up my autoresponder the day before, and then I do like a 15-minute or a half hour, 15-minute. Get on the call in 15-minute in my headline on the subject line. So I probably do it twice for the Monday night call, and I don't worry about unsubscribes at all. I don't worry.
No, the only thing I worry about is sending the same message over and over again when they found out that they know they can't make it the first time.
Right.
I would like to give them something else to do,
Exactly, and that's where you can get into surveys, segmenting your list, just some higher advanced stuff. I personally haven't. I've done some segmenting. It's all about speed of implementation. I haven't done any surveys yet to see where my subscriber list is, but that's coming because your list is your baby, and I know people that have made a lot of money on just like under 200 subscribers. I know people that have 8,000 subscribers, and are not making as much as the person with just 200 subscribers.
Yeah, for the most part, if the people that which I get, the ones that are working off of primarily just buying emails, which make no mistake, we are in the business of collecting emails.
Right.
Understood. But if you're just buying emails, at a certain point, it becomes kind of a mathematical computation instead of a person-to-person business, where you're saying, oh, if I get 1,000 emails, X number will get in, and then X number of those will leave, and the next number will upgrade, and it's just math after that, which is true because I'm analytical, so are you, right?
Right. Yes. Yes, and that's why you test your copy, and you have to put yourself in the prospect's seat. Okay, let's say if you use Simple Advertising and you use the quiz page, okay, and they fill out this awesome quiz, and they see the video of Dave and Dave, and then all of a sudden they might not join right away, but then they get this email with nobody's picture on it, just pitching them a whole bunch of stuff. You gotta, you have to look at that too. You have to test your copy.
That's a good question. You got Simple Advertising, by the way, for those that don't know, is a lead catcher. system developed by Vincent Webb and I think what's his name, Eric Sharp, is it? That is pretty badass. It's just for
Yeah.
network.
Yeah.
They got video capture pages. They got
Yeah, you
co-ops
bet.
in. They got very cool Facebook apps. I mean, all the tools that you would think that you would need or you would think about wanting to create, they made. And they
Right.
put it all in this one thing, and for like less than $40 you can get it a month. It's pretty cool.
Right. It
But
is. It's
that
awesome.
quiz page is a very good question. That's a very good point because I'm wondering because I think the end of that is very cool. It's very cool system, and you got to get it to find out what we're talking about. but 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 at the end it says we'll tell you what your results were, and then the email you get, of course, is not. It's just your email, right? Or do you make a
Right.
whole separate list? It's getting too specific about it. By the way,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. It's just
you failed, but you can get better if you go here for the next 6 series email.
right. It's got to be congruent. You're building trust and a relationship with your list. You got to give them value, before you start pitching to them. Unless you're already at this high of level, income level, let's say $30,000-$40,000, a month. People know who you are, and they're just going to look at your results and say, I'm signing up with this guy.
Right.
So, but for when you get started out, that's a good thing to remember. And it is. It's all testing. It's all testing your marketing. Don't get in and start like one tool and work it for a week. You see no results, and you're like, oh, I hate this tool. I'm going to write a bad review on it. No, test it for 3 months. Test it for a couple months. Test it out. It's a test. It's a test. Because I'm telling you what, right now, I did the Facebook method, and just the other day, I did it like 3 months ago, and just the other day, this girl Facebook messaged me and says, I am having problems in my business. And I said, okay. I said, what problems are you having? And she told me, and I said, I got the solution, Empower Network. And I gave her my link, and I'm going to follow up with her today. So, I mean, it does work. And when you first start, you might be like, oh, that just works for the big guys. That just works for the big gurus. No, it works. If you're working that, it comes back around weeks later, or might be months later, but it works. And then people just start finding you. It's attraction marketing, and and you're not looking needy anymore. As a new person, you're not looking. You're not looking needy.
Yeah, it was interesting. The other day, somebody told me, they says, "Hey, I'm joining up under you. So I just want to let you know." It's like, okay, I don't know who you are, but thanks. What I said, and I was in the middle of something, so I didn't think about it. And I'm kind of like, you know what? Where did she find me? So I asked her flat out, where did you find me? She says, "Oh, I've seen you around," and I'm looking out my window.
Stalking.
What do you mean you see me around? She's like, oh, on Facebook and everywhere.
Oh, you bet.
I was thinking she's stalking me and stuff, but no, she saw me all over the place. And going back to what you were saying, that's exactly the case. I'm just putting stuff out there, man. And the social marketing, I gotta wonder, because there's you put stuff on Facebook, it's like, where's it go?
Right.
Who sees it? I don't know. Google Plus is a great one to utilize, and I suggest adding 5 friends a day every chance you get for the next 90 days, and everything you post, which if you're blogging daily and sticking it on there daily, somebody's going to find something. It's kind of a trip because I'm getting notified on my phone now that people are retweeting all my tweets, and I'm like, where? I've been tweeting for months.
That's awesome.
It was total crap.
Sure.
People were retweeting it, and I'm like, it's the same crap I was doing 3 months ago.
Yeah, you're there. You're out there.
Yeah. Just getting out there is the case. Even with blogging. I mean, if you're blogging every day and you're marketing every day, I mean, what was it? If you listen to again, go back to the Power Hour that Tracy Walker said she was blogging without expecting any results whatsoever. And she was getting no results whatsoever.
Yeah.
But she was doing it because she believed it would work.
Exactly.
Where is she now, man? She actually made a blogging what do you call it? Program, software program.
Yeah.
Whole video, an entire video series of how to create a blog and all the things doing. So she's making over 100K. Just bought a new Maserati, and she did it from blogging.
Yep.
And taking care of her team.
Right.
I think those are the two tricks right there. Two tricks, secrets, I guess, if you want to call them, whatever. And I do want to get into the RCC method there, but consistency and I'm gonna put it the way somebody else put it. I think it was David Wood who said, "Keep your people in long enough for them to have their breakthrough."
Exactly.
Because the only way you're going to fail in this business is quitting.
Exactly.
They can stay, and just do what they're supposed to do. Listen to the audio, reprogram their mind, read books so they can actually have a vocabulary and speak, coherently. Look at the big brain on Mike. I read that the other day. See,
that's good.
And yeah, and then blog. It'll just come out in their blogging. And here's a question for you. I got somebody who got in recently, and I wanted to hook them up with all the team tools.
Sure.
That's what you do, isn't it? You just kind of like here.
What I do, what I personally do is, once I get somebody in, I will send them a personalized welcome email.
Right.
That walks through, okay, go in your back office, do the fast start guide, do that first. Okay, and then here is my team stuff. Go through that. Don't get overwhelmed. Spend 7 days of just getting everything set up. Just spend a week getting everything set up that you're supposed to do, the fast start training guide, get in and subscribe to the Facebook group. Don't get overwhelmed. We all get overwhelmed when we first start. And then I schedule a new member coaching call with them, and just like 15 minutes, and to see how they're doing, to connect with them. And you can do that. You can have an assistant do it. My wife does it. And just to connect with them, let them know that you are a person, you do care, and you're not just out there just to take their money. You're out there. You're out there to you're not out there. You're going to provide them value. You're not out there to say okay, I'm going to set up your blog for you, but you're here to say, okay, here's the training right over there, and the Facebook group. Go through it. It's all there,
Yeah, that's the problem I got. Because I'm looking back on my experience. Like I said, when I first got started, I told you this before. I wanted to figure out how to.
Right.
I figured if I knew how, I'm there, man. I'm done.
Right.
And then I learned how to do it 15 different ways.
Sure.
I was like, oh crap.
Right. Right.
Do now. So I'm trying not to overload people. It's what I do is pretty much. From day one, I tell them, okay, you got the blog, right? Yeah, okay. Did you get the inner circle? Yes or no? One or two things. If they got the inner circle, or they don't have the money to get all in, or at least up to the 15K, I tell them, go read October 1st, 2012 on how to get however much money you need.
Right.
So that audio right there. So inner circle is imperative, not just for that reason, but for several other reasons. But if they just have the blog, I say, okay, go write a blog. And they're like, I don't know. I didn't ask you that. I said,
right.
Go write a blog. Well, it doesn't have my picture. It's not anything like yours, Mike. It's like, go write a blog. It's very, very simple. I'm not asking you, don't put any pictures. Don't put any images. Don't put any links. Don't put banners. Don't put anything in there but the blog. Just say why I joined Empower Network. That's it.
Right.
It'll be your very, very first one. And a year from now, you're going to look back at that and go, damn, that was the best decision I ever made.
You bet. And the reason I do say the Fast Start Guide, because I'm an analytical person, and I downloaded that whole thing, and I did I did it step by step, and it is in there about exactly what to do. That's why I probably didn't mention everything else that you're mentioning.
No. Yeah, I was skipping ahead of you. You're go do the fast start guide and then blog.
Yeah.
That's it. Do the fast start guide, all 8 steps, and blog. Read it all. Watch the video. Take the little test.
And
I think I'll start setting them up and telling them for the next week you're going to be learning.
Yeah, you bet. And don't worry about the money. Do not worry about. You start worrying about the money, your performance is going to drop. Separate the money from your performance. Just get out there and produce, and listen to your mentor, and just get out there and produce. But separate your time from money, because I'm going to tell you a little story. If you can make as much as you want right away, but if for some reason you're stuck and you can't figure it out, and let's say you're not making $5,000 in your first 2 days, which everybody expects that. Everybody expects that. Then like Mike said, listen to the October 1st audio. There's so many ways. You need money. Okay, pick up a whatever you're good at. I'm good at just about anything, mechanic or mowing grass or anything. Pick up that part-time deal to put back into Empower Network. I mean, you're an entrepreneur now, so you have to think like an entrepreneur. And then so don't get discouraged because you haven't made $5,000. You're when you haven't even got your blog set up.
Yeah, I was listening to an audio that Ray Higdon did a while ago, and he was guesting for Todd Falcone.
Yeah.
Some people may know who those people are, some may not. But Ray Higdon said, if you can't make it, if you can't get this business going to the point where you're making that goal that you have set with, and like I said, I tell people, let's just make you $5,000 a month first. We'll worry about the 10, the 20, and the 100 later, but let's just make you 5. So if you can't get $5,000, make $5,000 working part-time, you sure as hell can't do it full-time.
Right.
So yeah, having a part-time gig like you're saying actually helps out. And I think Mike Hobbs of the Prosperity Team, he holds a daily training every single day, and I try to get on there most times. Right now they're at a private session in Miami, but
I
try to get on there almost every day because I learn something new every day. He says it's interesting that let's see, if you can't do it part-time, you can't do it full-time. Oh yeah, if you're doing it part-time, if you have a family and you say that you don't have enough time to do this, those people are actually going to be better producers because they know they have so little time. So
right.
They're just going to knock it out really fast, man. Whereas the people who have all damn day are kind of like, let me fix this a little bit. Messing around with it. So
yeah. I have 4 kids. 4 little kids, all under the age of 6, and
that's my point.
I've adjusted my schedule like how many different times, and the thing that you come down to with having a lot of kids is you set time and you do that, and if you're ADD, you make a list and you do it. I mean, and you stick with it, and then when it's time, your clock says it's 5 o'clock. You're done. You shut it off, and you go spend time with your family, and it'll be there tomorrow. Because you can just, and that's why, like, let's say when you shoot videos or something, I don't want to steal the whole show, but when you shoot videos, you can you shoot a video, you already know. You figure out a keyword, okay, and then you can do a simple 1, 2, 3 method and post it to YouTube, and it'll rank, and then go back later on and do the advanced SEO techniques. Get it out there, man, because I know people that their videos got to be perfect. It's got to be crazy SEO'd. When you get taught how to do that, and they call me and they're like, oh yeah, I got 5 videos on my computer that I shot the other day, and I don't even have them out there yet. Well, yeah, get them just get them out there and go back and spend a whole day and do the advanced SEO, or pay somebody to do it once you can. I mean, because you got to get stuff out there.
You suck, Jason.
Well, that's the truth.
Well, no,
I got videos too.
Well, here's a trick. Here's a little trick for people making YouTube videos. Okay, if you want to spend the time doing the SEO stuff, which once you get good at it, it shouldn't take you too long. So when you upload your videos to YouTube, upload it in private. Upload it to private, and then do the title, do the description, do the tags, do all the other little SEO stuff. And like I said, it doesn't take that long once you get good at it. And once you get that all done, then go public. But just like you were saying, Jason, I had a video that I made. The hangout we had last night to get to RCC, like I was saying, we had a hangout webinar where there was a hangout with the team, the Secret Skype Scrapers Trainers, because that's what we're going to be doing, is training people how to utilize Skype to build their business and find prospects. It's very, very cool. For those of you that don't know, RCC stands for Rocket Cash Cycler, and it's a system where you can scrape ID. You can get IDs based on a keyword. So that's why Jason was saying, find your niche, figure out what your niche is, and you can search for that. You know, whether it be fishermen or work-at-home moms or whatever that keyword is. You search for it in Skype, you find those people, and you can message them all at once. It's badass.
Yeah.
Badass. So we were having a hangout last night, and I was going to put together a page, because the way it works right now, it's very, very cool. The way I got into it was Jason was there. I got invited to a hangout like this. Ted Paredes, it's a cool dude, man. He's getting. I'm sorry he's going through the time that he's going right now, but he's starting to find his true self.
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of pissed me off when he said that he got 15 people into his business and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I was like, what the hell? And I talked to him. He doesn't know what he's doing. But he got 15 people in there just by chatting. That's why this RCC, the Skype Scraper X-Guy thing is really cool, because it gives you that opportunity. But we had the hangout last night, and I figured it would be a lot easier. Inviting people into a Google Hangout is cool, but when you got when you have 8, you, me, and 4 other people, that's 6 people that are already in RCC, and you want to bring other people in. If you want to bring in more than 8, they're kind of screwed. They can't get in. And I'm like, it's cool to be able to come in here and meet, everybody that's in it, and get on the team and tell us all about the tools and tell us how much money, you can make $5,000 if you get X number of people in. That's very cool too. But having all that camaraderie and actual people that you could see, this is what it's about. And that's why I got in, number one. Yeah. The problem is that when people join on the Google Hangout, it's like, who's that? Where'd he come from? Anybody know that guy? I don't know who that guy is. Who is that guy? And so I developed I found this really cool tool called a chat roll. I don't know if you saw it, where you can put a chat roll on my blog and your blog and his blog and her blog, and you can host a hangout on your blog and my blog and hers blog and his blog. Right. And so you have the hangout with a chat box where people can actually comment and ask questions while they're watching the hangout on your own personal blog.
You bet. I saw it on Google Plus. I've seen them before. Yeah, I definitely am interested in looking at that. Yeah, because I mean that's powerful.
Yeah, what you were saying earlier was, there was a lot of people aren't as tech savvy as us. So I was saying I was going to show them how to do it, and I gave them a little breakdown of it. But instead, I made a video, and I'm thinking it's a pretty cool video, but I want to make a blog so I can put that link in the description of the video, right?
Right.
So I kind of got short of time or whatever. Actually, I got a thing I need to work on with the blog. But so I put the video as private, and then I put it in the group and said, hey, man, here's that video that I said I was going to make for you guys to show you how to make this blog so you can host your own hangout and have a chat roll that shares through all of us. And then we can promote it with our own individual blog link, which is really cool. Which goes to your Empower Network, which is very cool. And they said, oh, it's private. I can't get in. I was like, well, I have to add your email. And one of the people in there was saying, you know who you are, was saying, I can't get in, I can't get in, I can't get in, and repeat comment after comment after comment after comment. I can't get in, I can't get in. Read the rest of the thing. I gotta get. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna make it public. If it happens to get some views, if it happens to get some comments, people are gonna find it. So real quick, I'll just throw a couple links in the description, and I'll just do the blog later. So I did what you said, but it took me a little while to figure it out. I should have just made the video, stuck it out there, and said I'll do everything else later. So thanks.
I mean,
I'll do that from now on, man.
Well, we just get so. I mean, we get so. You only have so many hours in the day, and you can get stuck with that one little thing, that takes you. You got meat done in a short period of time, but then you're messing with this and that, and it's taking you another 3-4 hours. It ain't worth it. Save it for a rainy day.
True enough. Yeah, it's the. That's why I said I got my phone set to go off every couple hours to remind me that I've been spending a couple hours on this. It's like, holy crap. I know. And every time it goes off, I'm like, really? Dang. But part of that is actually coming through turning off Facebook and turning off Skype and just getting some stuff done on occasion, man. I mean, people who know me know my phone number. If there's an emergency, they know how to get a hold of me. Other than that, I'll check the messages when I get there. And this is and for you too, man. You're getting to the point where there's too many people that say they need you right now. So you're going to get to the point where you can't help all of them. That's why it's great to have your wife and stuff, which is what I was asking about RCC. I mean, you were utilizing that to chat with people pretty consecutively to almost addictively, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I've got contacts loaded on my Smarter Than Me phone.
Oops.
Maybe.
It's going off all the time, right?
So, I mean, I got Skype on that, and the other day, my wife is like, we celebrated Father's Day early. She took me out to pizza, and she's like, shut the phone off. So yeah, I mean, I have it. I've used the software. I've downloaded the contacts to my PC, which soon I'm going to be getting a Mac anyway. But so yeah, I got contacts on my phone, and I can just sit there at any time and chat with people and get conversations going, just like you can, and then you build that relationship and you bring people into the group and they know who you are and they trust you, and that's what it's all about. And
so you build some relationships with people, right?
Yeah, you build relationships, but you can also, me and Ted had a little contest one day, and he's like, yeah, I chat with people on Facebook. I just see who's on, see the little green light next to their name, and I just strike up a conversation. I said, really? And I know Chris Records taught about that, too, and not knowing anybody really, that I've connected with, that has done that other than Ted. And I said, you know what? I'm going to beat you. I didn't care who it was. Everyone on my chat roll on Facebook that had a green light next to them, I just went down and started creating a conversation. And that's how I got people. That's how I got a few people in RCC. Seriously, right. I mean, it's just doing it. It's just doing it. There's no secret. There's no secrets. It's just doing. It's what it is. I used to be introverted. I didn't want to. Yeah, that's a time. It's a time and place for another story. But I was introverted. I didn't want to call anybody. I didn't want to chat. I was scared to do it. Now, I could care less because that's food on my table. For my kids and that, and that's I'm helping others now because I got out of my introvertedness. I'm creating wealth for others. and I'm going to help a lot of people because I just decided to break out of my shell and help the world in the capacity that I'm supposed to.
Well, it's like Toby and Layla Black say that that point. There's everybody's we're online, and I like to say is to make money, number one, but I think it's because most people think it's so cheap to do. You're not building a building. You don't have to deal with supplies and payroll and employees and all that pain in the ass, accountants and lawyers and blah blah blah. You're talking tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds, to get a brick and mortar building business going. Whereas this, maybe $25 is what it costs to get this one started. So then it's just a matter of time and devotion and effort and tools and learning and knowledge and the effort, the motive, the things that you put through. But it's one of those things that everybody kind of figures, it's easy and I can do it because if that guy can do it, if that guy can do it, I can do it.
Right.
But Toby and Layla say, well, that point where you don't feel comfortable getting on camera, that's where you need to go.
Exactly.
The point where writing that blog about your cat died, that's where you need to go. Yep. That point of success is right where you are most uncomfortable. So congrats for getting out of that shell, bro.
Yeah, it is, and you know what? It's changed my life in every aspect. I've had people tell me that I know within the last 3 months that I'm a good person already, and I keep striving. I keep, when we left the Inner Power Intensive, 3 habits that we were going to, good habits that we were going to put together in our lives, and my 3 were drink more water, exercise, and eat healthier. Well, I got back, and my wife. She had bought me, my birthday was on June 6th, she had bought me a juicer.
I didn't know that. See, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I'll send this video to my list. So happy birthday, so they can go visit your Facebook page. What is it again?
It's my Facebook page, my fan page is Jason K. Goin. And my personal page is Jason Goin. Okay.
So yeah, and you got it written right there. Goin is going without a G.
Goin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a G. Anyway, that's how you spell your last name. Cool, man. Well, did you want to give a final tip on what the new person should do when they first get started? What should they? I mean, you pretty much already gave that, but any advice for us?
Yes, if you're a new person, definitely get the inner circle because that is going to give you the mindset that you need. You need to change your mindset because I'm going to tell you right now, once you get past the event, once you go to an event and once you experience that, it's awesome. The events are awesome. But a week later, reality life kicks in. And so I need the kick again, and that's where that inner circle audio brings you through all that. And Dave Wood once said in one of his audios, I don't remember, he would listen to audio like a year later, words would just come out of his mouth, concepts would just come out of his mind, and it was like, wow. And I'm experiencing that now because I've been listening to Inner Circle audio for probably about almost 10 months.
Right.
And now all this stuff is coming out of my mind right now, and it's just I don't even have to think about it. It's just coming out. That concept is true. He doesn't just tell you it to tell you. It does. It changes your subconscious mind.
Yeah, when you get a chance.
Right.
How much is your time worth?
Right.
And she's like, well, I was like, okay, you know what? How much do you want to make a month? And I ripped out my calculator, dude. I was like, and remember that audio? I'll say it real quick for everybody here. I don't make this the Mike show, but it was very, very educational. It was like, ask yourself, how much do you want to make a month? How much do you want to make a month? In this case, it was $20,000. And out of $20,000 a month, 30 days in a month, it comes out to close to $700 a day. In one day, there are 24 hours in a day. You assume an average, to figure out how much you sleep, but we're assuming an average like 7-8 hours, so that leaves 16 hours. 700 divided by 16 comes out to like $40 an hour. So the hour that you spend helping someone with, how to set up their blog, when you gave them the videos, Team Take Massive Action has 15 videos of how to set up your blog.
Right.
Videos, and that's what I understand take a week to get stuff straight set up, because some people do have to watch them part-time. There's a lot of videos, but it covers how to set up your blog, how to get your Aweber set up, how to utilize the caption page, how to, get the little image on your author and stuff. It covers everything. And if you watch every one of those videos, you shouldn't have an issue. So when they come to me and ask me, hey, how do I do this? I'm like, quoting Jason from now on, you're an entrepreneur now. Act like one.
Exactly.
Figure it out. That's what you said, and I wholeheartly agree with it.
You have to, because when you first get started and you got your team, you want to help everybody. It's just it was my nature. But I've seen people, even in the master intensive course, they interview this one popular person that had a good sized team, and she wanted to help everybody. And as soon as she started helping everybody, her income went down, because she didn't have time to focus on her own business. And as you're an entrepreneur, think of yourself as an entrepreneur, not a home-based business. So get that out of your head. You're an entrepreneur. Your time is valuable. Set in your mind what your time is worth. Schedule your time. Like me and Mike asked me earlier, could we do this hangout? And I said, no, I'm busy. We scheduled it for 9 o'clock at night because, I have family. Because if I were just a knee-jerk every time I had knee-jerk react, every time somebody got a hold of me and wanted to do a hangout or this or that, I would never get nothing done. And I will stay, you'll stay broke forever. You won't make anything. You have to treat it like a business. Even though you're at home, it's your business.
Now let me ask you this. How long did it take you to figure that out?
It took me years.
Yeah, exactly. So
Because
I hope that puts the impact of everybody who's listening to this. Don't waste years figuring that out, man.
Right. It's all in your head. It's mindset. Is it a hobby to you, or is it a business? If it's a business, then and you're working at home, or you're out in the, your videos at the park or whatever, it doesn't matter. Treat it like a business. Just because you have a home-based business and grandma calls up and wants to see the kids at Wednesday at noon, that's up to you. If you're making what you want to make, no problem. That's up to you. But if you're new, I'm telling you, don't start living the lifestyle before you're even there. You know what I'm saying? Take it serious. Take it serious and put your time in, because there is a grind phase. There is a grind phase, whether you want to go through a 30-day grind phase, a 90-day grind phase, or a 5-year grind phase. But there is one. And once you get that income proof, you're out of the grind phase. You're into the next phase. So it's all up to you. It's all up to you how much time and effort you put into your business. But it's just when they say take massive action, don't get wrapped around the little, did I underline this in my blog? The SEO score tool on my blog said it didn't turn green, and I just spent 4 hours trying to get it to turn green, and I can't get my score to go up to 80%. And oh my goodness, I'm going to call my upline now, and I don't know. And it's like 2 days later, and I tell people, I said,
you're just making fun of me now.
Forget about that stupid tool. Use because they didn't have. You'll see. I went through Tracy Walker's training. They didn't have that SEO score tool back then. Use what you know already what you learn how to SEO. If you can't, there is a trick to get to turn green. You just go into the code and you use whatever. It's a trick. Lawrence taught me, but you only have so much time in a day, and you want to put out content. You can't get wrapped around all these little crazy things.
On that little note, basically, again, Prosperity Team, Mike Hobbs is a Hangout. He says he found out through somebody who I think set up the system that if it doesn't light up green, but you did it, you're good.
Right.
Just move on because Google knows it. It knows the search engines know, the spiders know it, so don't move it. And that's if you're SEOing your stuff. If you're not SEOing your stuff and you're doing a viral blogging, which is very cool.
Yeah, you bet.
I mean, you don't even worry about SEO for the most part.
Right.
But yeah, very cool, man. But like I said, you were just making fun of me because I've done that. I've spent 4 hours trying to figure out how to underline that damn thing.
We all have. We all do it. And then you just keep learning, and then it just clicks. It's like I just sat all day at my desk, and I returned everybody's Facebook message. I didn't get nothing done today. I'm not getting nothing done. And then you decide, you say, okay, when I go to work, I shut the phone off or put it on vibrate. I shut mine off now because my wife has hers. And I have a Skype number too, so they can leave a message on my phone or whatever. It ain't, anyway, I shut. Basically, I'll just give you that. I shut the world off when I'm working now because you have to. You won't get nothing done. You'll be on Facebook updating your post every 10 minutes and liking everybody's stuff, and then you'll be on there for 5 hours, and then you're tired, and then it's time to go to bed or drink some coffee at 10 o'clock at night and hit it again until 3 a.m.
Yeah, I told you, you ruined 8 o'clock at night for me, dude. But
well, it's not something I'm going to keep practicing. It's just that the kids are sleeping. They go to bed at about 8 o'clock and they're sleeping, and it's so quiet and peaceful down here.
I'm telling you, man, it's at nighttime. That is the best time to get stuff done. For depending on your schedule, of course, and going back to what you were saying, it's good to have your why. Why are you doing this? Number one, it's good to have your goals. It's good to have a list written down. It's also good to have a list of priorities.
Yes.
Pick your top 5 priorities. That way, when grandma calls and wants to come visit the kid, is it one of those 5?
Right.
Yeah. Well, then you got to stick to those priorities, man. That's the thing. So that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a trap. That's a trap that you can fall in the beginning. I mean, okay, now that I'm making a little bit of money, I'm going to go do this, do that. And then you can fall in the trap of, well, you're not even really producing now. You got to get back to the basics. And like Tracy Walker, there's a couple hours during the day that she's most productive, and that's when she works. I think it's like, in the early afternoon or before noon, in the early afternoon or something. And that's she's most productive at that time. And because I'll tell you, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I mean, I've done it different ways. I mean, you can try to burn candle at both. I've done it for years and years. So if you would just get a good night's sleep, get up the next morning, do your routine, stay consistent, you're going to be faster at that blog post, or work your 19 hours when whatever. That's what you want to do when you first start. And you'll just be sitting here like this, refreshing your email screen every 2 seconds because you're just fried, you're not going to get nothing done. I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it.
I know. I like to think that couple things that I found out recently in the last couple of months, which is why I know things are starting to fall into place now, because after the Empower Intensive, one of the things is for me to start is exercise in the morning. So I'm doing that, which is huge thing. Another Ray Higdon, or was it Todd Falcone? I forget. Todd Falcone, one of them asked him, says, what is the number one benefit to your business that has occurred in your life, in your entire career? What's the number one benefit? And these guys are multiple 6 figures, are millionaires. And he said, exercise. exercise was the number one. Gets the blood flowing, gets you up and going, and gets you thinking, gets the one. But I used to do what you did. I worked at night, man. Everything gets quiet. The traffic's done. There's not many cops going on. There's not, there's dogs, cats, whatever. There's nothing going on. At night, it's nice and quiet. You can totally focus. It's very cool. And I would get to the point where sometimes I would get a hair up my ass and I'd do a video till 7 o'clock in the morning. And at 7:30, I'd be like, yeah. And I'd pass out. I'd wake up 5-6 hours later at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just dead to the world, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dead to the world. And I asked, there was I forget, a health therapist or something like that. I was telling her I was working till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Going to sleep and then getting up, 6-7 hours later. And they said, well, if that's your schedule, that's your schedule, but, stick to it.
Right.
Don't stay up till 7, just to go to bed 3 or 4, and get those hours done and then get up at, 12 or 1 or whatever you got to do. So whatever works for you, I guess, is the key.
Yeah, you bet.
And don't overstretch it, because one point that I think my mom made to me was, yeah, you got to stay up to 7 o'clock in the morning, but what could you have done? How fast could you have done it if you were fully rested? Exactly. I probably would only take me like 3 hours instead of 8 or 9.
Right. I'll tell you something funny, and I think I've only shared with you that I love mowing grass. And the other day, I mowed grass for 3 hours. And man, but I thought that's the best time because I'm out there just thinking. And I'm out there just thinking, and a lot of my best thinking is when I'm by myself and it's quiet. Well, it's not quiet on a mower, but I have headphones on. So.
Yeah, but are you thinking about all the things you need to do, or are you thinking about the trip you're going to be taking in 3 or 4 months?
Well, that's the thing. You'll find out for yourself. You train your mind. You train your mind to get rid of the randomness. I train my mind now on what I'm going to think about before I even get on that mower. And when I was on that mower, I'm thinking about how I can relate to business. And I had some thoughts down, and I got ideas for a blog post, and because you can tie anything into business, and I'm saying to him, like, and I'm smiling, and I'm just enjoying life out there in nature, but no more is this random negative coming in my mind anymore. I'm in control of my mind. I am putting stuff in my mind. I am controlling my own mind, not letting it control me. I have a plan before I even get out there mowing what I'm going to think about.
Set an intention.
Yeah, set an intention. I'm not getting on the mower just going, oh, this is good stuff. I'm having a good time, but I'm thinking,
You get the beer hat with the straw while you're riding the lawnmower. Wisconsin, man, I was there.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, man, I really appreciate it, bro, about taking the time to do it. I'll let you get back to what you got to get back to, because I know you just had your wife was kind enough to bring you some coffee, you said, so.
Yeah, I got some new stuff to do tonight, and I'm telling you, I'm so excited.
You're right.
I need to keep my schedule and go to bed, but I mean, I'm just so excited because I have so many ninja tools that I just got free from Lawrence, and I'm not just talking about this tablet, but oh man, I know how to. Yeah.
Sounds like you want to talk to him, so I'm going to end the broadcast now so we can talk. so Jason Goin, Facebook.com/Jason Goin.
Yeah, that's good. You'll find me.
Jason K. Goin.
Jason Goin. Yeah, that's Jason Goin is my business page, my fan page, and Jason K. Goin is my personal page.
And I see you were lucky enough to get JasonGoin.com.
Oh yeah, you bet. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in there and buy about another 50 more domains.
Jason Goin's bamboo.
Jason
Goin on a lawnmower.
now I understand subdomains and regular domains and all that stuff, and Fantastico and HostGator and the whole slew of everything. You can create, anything for anything. So.
It's interesting, and like I said, I'll let you go, but I think it's interesting that while I was struggling trying to learn all this stuff, I think you were struggling at the same time trying to learn this stuff, because I think we know a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I'm willing to bet in the process, you know something that I don't, and I know something that you do.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you bet.
I know we're gonna share. That's the cool part about the Empower Network, man. We're empowering each other to help empower others. It's badass. So, again, thanks, Jason, man. We'll talk to you later, all right? We'll talk to you like about 30 seconds here.
Yeah, you bet.